What's up, YouTube? We are back with another segment of Cooking with Cookie. I changed my hair again, guys. Do you like it? I like this one a little better, even though the red was kind of spicy, but I like the black. Anywho, today we are making creamy mac and cheese, the creamiest. This is my twist on mac and cheese. Everybody has their own way to make it, and I'm gonna show you how I make mine. Real nice and real creamy, all right? So let's get cooking. Good looking. All right, so first we are going to put our elbows to boil. Get you a nice pot of boiling hot water and put your elbows up in there. Some people don't use elbows, you know? Some people like to use different stuff. Elbows is the best. They have a twisted elbow that's really pretty, but I just use regular elbows, okay? So we're gonna put those to boil. And while they're boiling, we are going to cut up our cheese. All right, guys, so we have 2 bricks of cheese. My first brick is Gouda cheese. I feel like when you're making mac and cheese, Gouda is a really good hearty cheese to use. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's better than just getting a mild cheddar brick. And then I got, of course, the big bad Colby Jack, which is all of the cheddars and all that good stuff with, you know, if you know, you know. So anyway, we're gonna cut them up into, I like to make them into some squares, like, you know, like you're gonna have a cheese square party. Like, you know, some nice little squares. Nothing too crazy. While I'm cutting up the cheese, the elbows are boiling. I put a little bit of salt and pepper in the elbows. So when you guys are doing that too, you should add a little seasoning to your water for the elbows so they're not just, you know, plain. And you know what I'm doing? I washed my hands so much cleaning out the pot, I forgot the best. What am I forgetting, you guys? My gloves. Let me get my gloves. Let me get the big bad wolves. Here they are. I was doing so much dishwashing, and washing with the gloves on just makes it feel so slimy. So I end up forgetting to even put my gloves. Yeah, so gloves are on. We're making nice little squares. Shouldn't take us forever. Nice little squares. I'm also making the kids some chicken. If you guys want a video on my famous Mama's Baked Chicken, you let me know. I'm making them some chicken with this mac and cheese, but I decided to turn on the camera and let you guys see me making my creamy mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. All right, so all the cheese is cut up into cute little squares, and we also have, for the top layer, we have our shredded bag of Colby Jack that we're gonna use, and I also have a little bit of mild that I'm gonna throw in there. So what we're doing right now, we're gonna wait for the elbows to finish boiling up, and then we're going to get mixing. All right, so the elbows are done, and we just drained off all of the water and whatnot. And so the first thing we're gonna do, some people make roux and all that stuff. I don't do any of that. I feel like that's just too much, baby. So I'm not making a roux. I'm gonna do what I call mac and cheese mosh pit. So I put a stick of butter, a little piece, 1/4 of butter, and then I grab all of that charcuterie cheese board that we cut up earlier. And I dump that in the pot, and I make sure I start getting it all mixed up. Make sure I'm mixing it up. Make sure your fire's on really low, because you don't want your elbows to stick while you're doing this part. So all the cheese that you cut up in there. And I'm missing one more cheese. Hold on. Missing one more cheese. Mozzarella! You need mozzarella in your mac and cheese, okay? You need mozzarella. because what happens is you want a good cheese pull, and nothing is more cheese pull gooey like mozzarella cheese. You gotta have some of that in there. So this is a really big bag, so I'm not gonna put the whole bag, but if it were the smaller bag, I'd dump the whole bag of shredded mozzarella in there. That, the Guda, the Colby Jack, and some butter. And just let it start working itself together. Let it start melting down. As you can see, it's already getting crazy in here. It's already getting crazy. So now, as usual, I always give you guys a secret ingredient in what I do to make my food the way it is. And my secret ingredient, I put this bad boy on everything. What is my secret ingredient? Sour cream. Squirt some sour cream in there. That's gonna help the cheese, for the mac and cheese to get real creamy. You put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper and a dash of paprika, because nobody likes light-skinned mac and cheese. Like, what are you doing? Okay? So, get all that going now. Make sure your fire is low, because all this cheese could get real sticky. Right? Make sure your oven is preheating. Mine is heated up because remember I told you guys I am making my little kitties some baked chicken today. So look at that. It's already coming together. Really good. Sometimes I add milk, like when you're making, you know. You hear that? You hear that do-do-do? Sometimes I add milk, but today, just that sour cream, baby. Just that sour cream. So next we're gonna bring this nice, cheesy mixture. We're gonna bring this over to our baking pan. So yeah, let's do that. All right, so right now we are gonna transfer all that yum yum goodness into our baking pan, baby. Ah, look at this. Oh, it's so cheesy. It's so cheesy. I can't sing. I can't sing if my life depended on it. All right. Oh, look at that cheese. We already know what time it is when this is done, son. How it's gonna look. Now you get your Colby Jack that we had in the beginning, and yeah, baby. Some people like to put it in between, dumping it out. You don't gotta do all that. If you made your mac and cheese already cheesy and gooey in the pot, no need to put a layer of cheese in between. That's just dragging it. Like now you're dragging it. You're just doing too much. All right, so make sure that's evenly spread out and pretty. And then of course I'm gonna grab my paprika, and I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of that paprika over the top, because when it's done, we want it to just be very pretty, right? All right, so you're gonna put it in the oven for about 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes. 15 minutes might be too much, it might burn, but 10 minutes for the most. So we'll be right back when it is done. In the spot, I came with the fellas. All right, so we are done, hon. I took out the mac and cheese. It should be nice and golden on top and just sizzling and bubbling. I don't know where I put my cutesy demure spoon. Hold on, let me get my spoon. All right, let's go in. A lot of people like to dig out the middle. That's my pet peeve. Do not dig the middle of my mac and cheese. Look at the cheese pull, y'all. All right, so we're gonna plate up a bit of this yummy mac and cheese. Let's get our plates. Oh my goodness. Seeing this? Are you seeing this? This is gonna go on the side. Some chicken's gonna be over here. Do you love it? All right, we are done with our creamy mac and cheesy. I kept it off to the side a little bit because, of course, I told you guys I made some chicken that I'm gonna be plating up with this. But do you see that? Get my spoon. Show you guys. It's just the cheese for me. It's the cheese. So good. Anyway, if you guys like this video, like it, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Tell me some stuff you want to see me make. And yeah, make this mac and cheese. It's so good. Come back so we could get cooking. Good looking. Bye.